Hello everybody, hope all of you are well, and today I will continue the chapter electrochemistry. So last day we have discussed about Nernst equation, and today we will start from the discussion of a Daniell cell. So first let us consider a Daniell cell. It consists of zinc and copper electrode, and we can represent the Daniell cell as in this way, that zinc solid Zn2 plus aqueous, and then double slash Cu2 plus aqueous, single slash Cu solid. Now according to Nernst equation, the electrode potential of the right half of the cell, this one is the left hand side, this one is right hand side. So this one is right half cell. So here reaction, so reaction is Cu2 plus accepting 2 electron forming Cu solid. So if we write the Nernst equation, then we will write that ER, that is electromotive force of this cell of the right, standard condition electromotive force, that is E0R, minus plus we will write plus 2.303 RT by Nm, 2.303 RT by Nm. Here N is equal to 2, so we are writing twice F. Then that is the log concentration of Cu2 plus aqueous. Okay. Now, if we consider this one, here also we will consider this the reduction. Actually, here zinc is forming Zn2 plus, but when we will write this reaction, we will consider the reduction. That means Zn2 plus taking 2 electron forming zinc solid. Okay. So here El, electromotive force of this left hand half cell electrode. Okay, that will be E0L plus 2.303 RT by twice F. Here also we will take the 2 electron, twice F log concentration of Zn2 plus aqueous. Now these are the EMF of the two half cell. Now EMF of the cell or cell potential may be given, that is E cell is equal to E right minus E left, E right minus E left. So from here if we put this one, okay, so from here we can write that E0R minus E0L plus, there is 2.303 RT by twice L, this is common, okay, 2.303 RT by twice L. Then log Cu2 plus minus log Zn2 plus. We know that log A minus log B is equal to log A by B. So from here we can write that log concentration of Cu2 plus aqueous divided by concentration of Zn2 plus aqueous. Okay. Now this one is nothing but E0 cell. That will be the E0 cell. E0 cell plus 2.303 RT by twice F log concentration of Cu2 plus aqueous divided by concentration of Zn2 plus aqueous. Now since standard electrode potential of copper electrode will be 0.34 and zinc electrode will be minus 0.76. So from here we can easily calculate the E0 cell value. So E0 cell value will be, that is the copper electrode minus zinc, that is 0.34 minus of minus 0.76. Okay. Now if we calculate the value, we will get 1.10 volt. This is a volt, 1.10 volt. Now we will put this equation that E is equal to E cell is equal to 1.10 volt plus 2.303 RT by twice F log concentration of Cu2 plus aqueous divided by concentration of Zn2 plus aqueous. Okay. So if we know the concentration of Cu2 plus and concentration of Zn2 plus, then we can easily calculate the EMF value of this Daniell cell. Okay. Hope you can understand. So if these data are supplied, you can easily calculate the EMF of the cell. Now let us consider another example of the cell. Here zinc and zinc 2 plus, okay, making the left hand side, that is the oxidation half cell, and here we are using silver electrode, okay, that is Ag plus aqueous, that is converting into Ag solid. We are considering this cell, okay. Now in which the valencies of the two metal used, okay, in these two half cell are different. If we write the cell reaction, then you can easily understand that zinc will react with Ag plus, here zinc solid reacting with Ag plus aqueous, okay, and it is forming Zn2 plus aqueous plus Ag solid. But here in case of zinc there will release or remove of 2 electrons, so here also we have to multiply. In case of silver 1 electron, to balance the electron we have to multiply it by 2, that is zinc solid plus twice Ag plus is equal to zinc 2 plus twice Ag. Okay, so it is important to note that during the reaction 2 electrons are released by zinc atom, okay. Therefore the reaction that is Ag plus to Ag, that is Ag plus is accepting 1 electron, it should be multiplied by 2, okay, to balance the electron. However, while doing so, that E0 of Ag, the standard reduction potential of the silver, is not multiplied. Now we know that two half cell reaction. One half cell reaction is zinc, okay, forming Zn2 plus 2 electron. This is one half cell reaction, this is oxidation half cell reaction. In another case, that's twice Ag accepting 2 electron forming twice Ag solid. This is the two half cell reaction. Now the electrode potential of the two half cell, okay, if we write, then we can easily understand. So in case of silver, we will write Eag is equal to E0 of the silver plus 2.303 RT. Here also actually one electron transfer, after balancing you are getting 2 electrons. So here N is equal to 2, that is twice F, and here concentration of Ag plus will be the twice 2 is there here, so it will be the log concentration of Ag plus aqueous whole square, okay. Now if you take it here, that is log A square is equal to 2 log A, then this 2 and 2 will cut. So from here we can write one more step, that is Eag is equal to E0 Ag plus 2.303 RT by F log concentration of Ag plus aqueous. That also we can write, okay. Next for zinc. So in case of zinc, we write EZn equal to E0Zn plus 2.303 RT by twice a log concentration of Zn2 plus aqueous. Okay. Zn2 plus aqueous. Now, if we want to calculate the EMF of cell, so EMF of the cell, that we can write that E cell, that will be the E right minus E left. Okay. So here from these two we will be able to write that E0 Ag minus E0 Zn. Okay, this one plus we are taking this one common, that is plus 2.303 RT by twice a. This part we are taking common, then it will come log Ag plus aqueous whole square divided by Zn2 plus aqueous. So this is the concentration of Ag plus aqueous whole square divided by zinc plus aqueous. Okay. Now, if we put the value of silver and zinc, in case of silver its value will be 0.80, and in case of zinc we know the value is minus 0.76. Plus 2.303 RT by twice F log base 10 concentration of Ag plus square divided by concentration of Zn2 plus. Okay. Now if we calculate, we will get the value 1.56. So that will be 1.56 plus 2.303 RT by twice F log concentration of Ag plus square divided by concentration of Zn2 plus. Now, if we know the concentration of Ag plus and Zn2 plus, we can easily calculate the EMF value. Okay. So in this way, for this Daniell type of cell, we can easily calculate the EMF. Next, we will discuss the application of Nernst cell, Nernst equation. Okay. So next we will discuss the application. And from this chapter, numericals will come in your exam. So that numericals I also discuss here. So you have to practice in your home. Many problems are already solved in your book, that you will see, and exercise problems are also solved. Okay, that you will practice. So application of Nernst equation. First one is the calculation of the cell potential. Just now we have seen by using the Nernst equation, okay, we can easily calculate the EMF of a cell. Okay, so if we consider the Daniell cell of zinc and copper, just we have shown that how to calculate the EMF of the cell. Okay, that I will not discuss anymore. Next application is the calculation of equilibrium constant, that is the Kc. So here first we will consider the same Daniell cell, that is Zn solid reacting with Cu2 plus aqueous, forming the Zn2 plus aqueous and Cu solid. Now in this case, if we write the Nernst equation, so Nernst equation will be E cell is equal to E0 cell minus, E0 cell plus, if we write plus, then it will be reactant by product. So if we write plus here, then it will be 0.059 divided by n into log solid. In case of solid, that will be 1. Okay, so Cu2 plus concentration of Cu2 plus divided by the concentration of Zn2 plus. Okay, that is the reactant by product. Okay, so all of you know that in case of equilibrium constant, if we write the Kc, for Kc, that will be the concentration of product, that will be concentration of Zn2 plus. Okay, or here we can write this solid part also, so that you can understand it. That is Zn2 plus into Cu divided by this Zn solid concentration divided by Cu2 plus. Okay, so if we write the Nernst equation here, if we put minus, then you can easily understand. E cell is equal to E0 cell minus 0.059 by n, that is the log. Here I am not putting this value 1, we are putting all things here together. Zn2 plus into the concentration of copper solid divided by Zn solid into copper 2 plus. That is the, when we are putting minus, that will be product minus reactant. This is nothing but what? Kc. So here we can write, that is E0 cell minus 0.059, and here we know that value of n is equal to that, we are not putting, so writing here n is n and log, this one is nothing but Kc, that is the equilibrium constant. Okay, now what will happen at equilibrium? That E cell will be equal to 0. Okay, if the E cell is 0, then we can write 0 is equal to E0 cell minus 0.059 by n log Kc. Okay, so from here we can easily calculate the value of Kc. Okay, so we can write that E0 cell is equal to, if we take it here and sending this on this left side, 0.059 n log Kc. So log Kc is equal to n into E0 cell divided by 0.059. Okay, and if we take the anti-log, then we can easily get this Kc value, or we can write Kc is equal to 10 to the power this one. So in this way we can easily calculate the equilibrium constant. Hope you can understand. This is the another application of the Nernst equation for calculation of E. Next application, that is the relation of Gibbs free energy, that is the maximum work with cell potential. We know that delta G for a reaction is a measure of the maximum useful work that can be obtained from a chemical reaction, and it can be related with cell potential. All of you know that delta G is equal to minus NF E cell, that we know. Okay, and in order to compare the cell voltage, we use the standard cell potential. Then in case of standard, we will put here 0. Delta G0 is equal to NF E0 cell. Okay, now from the standard Gibbs energy delta G0, equilibrium constant can also be calculated by the equation that we know, that is delta G0 is equal to minus 2.303 RT log Kc. Kc is nothing but equilibrium constant. So from here we can easily calculate the equilibrium constant also. Next application is the measurement of pressure of a gas or concentration of a solution. The concentration of a given solution can be measured if this solution can be used as an electrolyte in a cell of known standard EMF. Okay, by using the given solution as an electrolyte, the cell EMF is measured by potentiometer. Now using Nernst equation, we can easily calculate the concentration of a given solution. Okay, that will be very easy. Next, another important application, that is the measurement of pH of a solution. The pH of a given solution can be found by using the given solution as one of the electrolysis in a galvanic cell. If the given solution is an aqueous acid, then the acid is used as a part of this hydrogen electrode, and the half cell is then combined with the standard electrode of known potential, and the EMF of the cell is determined. Okay, and from the value of the E cell and the standard electrode potential of the electrode having the unknown concentration of H plus ion, that means pH is determined. For an hydrogen electrode, okay, having the unknown concentration of H plus, we can write this equation, that is H plus is accepting one electron forming half H2. Now from this, if we write the half cell electron Nernst equation, that is E electrode, that will be equal to E0 electrode. Okay, now if we put the minus here, 0.059 by n is 1 here, then the log concentration of the product, that means H to the power half divided by the concentration of H plus. Okay, now here we have to calculate the minus log concentration of H plus, that is the PA. So here we know that this one is for standard hydrogen electrode, it will be 0. So here we can put 0 minus 0.059 log H to the power hydrogen gas half divided by H plus. And now in case of pure gas, it will be nothing but it will be 1. Okay. Now we can write that E electrode is equal to plus 0.059, okay, log concentration of H plus. We know that log 1 by A is equal to minus log A. So minus minus, it is becoming plus. Okay. So from here, if we write this one, that log minus log H plus is equal to pH, so you have to write that minus sign here, 0.059 of minus log concentration of H plus, that is nothing but pH. Okay, so from here we can write 0.059 into pH. Okay, so from here we can easily, if we know that this electrode EMF of this half cell electrode potential value L, so then we can easily calculate the pH. So these are the applications of this Nernst equation, and now we will discuss some numericals on this chapter, that means on this Nernst equation based problems. Okay. First problem I am writing. First problem, that is the application of Nernst, how to calculate the EMF. Okay, here I am giving one problem from your book. This question 1 is given. Write the Nernst equation and compute the EMF of of the following cell. Of the following cell at 298 Kelvin. So here the cell is given that tin solid and Sn2 plus, and its concentration is given 0.05 molar. Okay, and the right hand side, the cathode is H plus at the concentration 0.02 molar. This is a hydrogen electrode. Okay, not standard. Using platinum. Now here also given that E0 of Sn2 plus Sn, that is the EMF value of the tin electrode, that is minus 0.136 volt. This one is given that E0 Sn2 plus Sn is equal to minus 0.136 volt. Okay, so first in this problem we have to write to solve this problem. So solution, we have to write the cell reaction. So in one case, so here left hand side as tin is there, that means this is oxidation. So Sn2 plus 2 electron and H plus, twice H plus accepting 2 electron forming hydrogen gas. Okay, now here electron is balanced, so Sn plus twice H plus forming Sn2 plus hydrogen. So this is our cell reaction. This is the cell reaction. Next we will calculate the E0 of the cell. So E0 cell is equal to, you know that, E right minus E left. E right, which one is there? That is the hydrogen. So in case of hydrogen it will be 0, and tin value is given, that is 0.136 volt. So that will be minus 0.136 volt. If you calculate, you will get 0.136 volt. Now we will write the Nernst equation. Okay. So according to Nernst equation, we can write that E is equal to E0 cell plus 0.0591 divided by 2 log concentration of H plus square divided by concentration of Sn2 plus. Now here concentrations are available, okay, and here we know this E0 cell value also. If you put this 0.136 volt plus 0.0591 divided by 2 and log concentration of H plus is given, that is 0.02, so it will be 0.02 whole square divided by 18 plus is given 0.05 molar, which will be 0.05. If you calculate this, you will get the value 0.074. Okay, with the help of calculator, you can easily solve, because your board also permitting that calculator. So in this way you can easily calculate the EMF of the following cell. That is also one of the application of the Nernst equation. Next we will discuss another problem, numerical. Next problem is given that how to calculate the pH of the acid solution. That is also one of the application of the Nernst equation. Okay, so here problem is given, that is the EMF of the following cell. The EMF of the following cell cell is given first left hand side, that is the hydrogen electrode, H plus aqueous double slash, then silver electrode Ag plus 1 molar Ag solid. At temperature is mentioned here at 25 degree centigrade, and EMF value is given is 0.87 volt. Next question is given, calculate the pH of the acid solution. Okay. Now here E0 value of silver and hydrogen, we know silver is supplied, that is E0 value of Ag plus Ag, that will be 0.80 volt. Okay. Now first we have to write the reaction. Okay. That is, in the left hand side there is hydrogen, that means H2 forming twice H plus 2 electron. This is the oxidation cell reaction, and reduction cell reaction you have to write, that is twice Ag plus taking 2 electron forming twice Ag solid. So if we add these two, we will get the total cell reaction, that is H2 plus twice Ag plus forming twice H plus twice Ag, and this one is the cell reaction. Okay. Now from this cell reaction, if we calculate the E cell, so E cell is equal to what? E cathode minus E anode, that is my E right minus E left. Okay. So here E cell value is given 0.87 volt, and E cathode, that is the silver electrode. Cathode we are using that silver electrode, that value is also available, that is 0.80 volt, and E anode is hydrogen electrode. Okay. So we are writing that E0 of twice H plus H2. Now from here we can easily calculate the E0 of twice H2 twice H plus H2, that will be minus 0.07 volt. Now we know that E electrode, just now we have discussed, that is electrode equal to minus 0.0591 pH. So pH is equal to, we can write that E of electrode divided by minus 0.0591. Here we have already calculated the hydrogen electrode potential, that will be minus 0.07 volt divided by, okay, we are not putting the volt here, but divided by 0.0591. If you calculate, you will get that 1.184. So that will be the pH of the acid solution. So hope you can understand. So in this way, this is one of the application of Nernst equation. We can easily calculate the pH of acid solution. Okay. Next we will discuss another problem. That the calculation of equilibrium constant. Calculation of equilibrium constant for the reaction. Reaction is given that cadmium 2 plus aqueous plus Zn solid forming Zn2 plus aqueous plus cadmium solid. Now here given that E0 of Cd2 plus cadmium electrode minus 0.403 volt and zinc electrode, we know that this Zn2 plus Zn minus 0.763 volt. Now from here we can easily write that E cell, this is the standard reaction potential of the cell, EMF of the cell, that will be the E0 of cadmium 2 plus cadmium minus E0 of Zn2 plus Zn. Now here we know the value, this one is minus 0.403 volt minus 0.763 volt. If we calculate, you will get the value 0.36 volt. Now we know that from equation that NFE0 is equal to 2.303 RT log K, or log K is equal to NFE0 divided by 2.303 RT. Now if you put all the value, then we can easily calculate the K value. That will be 2 into 96,500 coulomb, and E0 just now we have calculated here 0.36 volt divided by 2.303, and R value is 8.314, and temperature is 25 degree centigrade. Okay, then the 298 Kelvin take. So if we calculate, we will get the value 12.203. So this is nothing but log K. So if we want to calculate the K will be 10 to the power 12.203. If we calculate, we will get 1.5967 into 10 to the power 12. So that will be the equilibrium constant, okay, of this reaction. So in this way we can easily calculate the K value, okay, with the help of this equation that NFE0 is equal to 2.303 active log. This is also one of the application of the Nernst equation. So I am showing you different types of problems, okay, that may come in your exam, and you have to practice all problems from your book. Next we will discuss another problem, okay, for calculation of the delta G value. So this problem is given as the E0 values, at 298 Kelvin corresponding to the following two reduction electrode process. Two reduction electrode processes, okay, that are, one is Cu plus to Cu, that will be 0.52 volt. Another two, that is Cu2 plus to Cu, that will be 0.16 volt. Okay. Now the question is given, formulate the galvanic cell for the combination. Formulate the galvanic cell for their combination. What will be the cell potential? This one is one question. Another question is there, calculate the delta G0 for the cell reaction. here given that F is equal to 96,500 coulomb per mole. Okay. Now first we have to write the galvanic cell obtained by the combining of the two electrodes. So from here it is the reduction value is 0.52 and here 0.16. So here reduction value is high. So this will go to the right side. So if we write the cell, then it will be Cu1 plus 1 molar to Cu2 plus, and here reduction, that is Cu1 plus 1 molar to Cu solid, that will be the cell. Now what will be the cell reaction? Here the cell reaction will be twice Cu plus to Cu2 plus Cu solid. So one is Cu plus to Cu2 plus, that means oxidation. Another Cu plus to Cu, that is the reduction. Okay. Now if we want to calculate that E0 cell, that will be the E0 cathode minus E0 anode. So from here you can write that value is given 0.52 volt minus anode value is given 0.16 volt. So if you calculate, you will get 0.36 volt. Now we know that delta G0 is equal to minus NF E0. So from here we can easily calculate delta G0. That is, here the number of electron is 1. Okay. And A is equal to 96,500 coulomb and E0 value is given 0.36 volt. So if we calculate it, this one is coulomb volt. Here it is coulomb and volt. Coulomb volt. So if we calculate, you will get the value 34740 coulomb volt. So that will be 1 coulomb volt is equal to 1 joule. So if you convert it, then you will get 34.74 kilojoule. So in this way we can easily calculate the delta G value from this cell. This is one of the application of the Nernst equation. Hope you can understand. And the last problem today I will discuss, that is the from the equilibrium constant. Okay, you have to calculate the value of delta G. So problem is given that the equilibrium constant at 25 degree centigrade for the process that is cobalt 3 plus aqueous plus 6 NH3 aqueous forming a complex CO NH3 whole 6 3 plus aqueous is the equilibrium constant is 2.0 into 10 to the power 7. Next question is given, calculate the value of delta Rg theta at 25 degree centigrade. Okay, here R value is also supplied, that is 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. Okay, that we know. Next question is given, in which direction is the reaction spontaneous? In which direction is the reaction spontaneous? and when reactants and products are under standard condition. So here first we will write that we know that delta G0 is equal to minus 2.303 RT log K, that we know. Now here we will put this value that delta G0 is equal to minus 2.303 into R is 1.8.314. Temperature is 25 degree, that means if we have to convert into Kelvin, that will be around 298 Kelvin. 273 plus 25 into log K. So K value is given 2.0 into 10 to the power 7. And if we calculate this value, we will get minus 41,658.4 joule, that will be equal to minus 41.658 kilojoule. So since the delta G value is here negative, so the reaction is spontaneous and it will go to the forward reaction. Okay, that means forward direction. Okay, so from this problem also you can understand the feasibility of a reaction also can be explained by this value of delta G. Okay, if the delta G value is negative, it will be spontaneous. So hope you can understand the application of Nernst equation. So today electrochemistry up to this, and next day we will discuss more. So thank you.